Well, it provokes lots of questions, not least from the 7.5 million customers who get their energy from British Gas. I'm delighted to say the boss of Centrica, which owns British Gas, joins us, Chris O'Shea. Very warm welcome to the programme, Chris.
Thank you. So I did a video recently using this material. It was a short just highlighting both the profit of British Gas and its boss, Chris O'Shea.
How much profit did your company make and how much bonus did you take last year?
So last year, our pre-tax profit was £3.3 billion.
£3.3 billion.
Pounds, yeah. That includes about £500 million for the business that we have sold, but under accounting rules we had to recognise. So about £2.8 billion.
There was a second part of that question, is your bonuses.
Yes. So my pay last year was £4.5 million.
It was this part of the interview that got the most responses.
And that is a salary, or is that a bonus?
No, that's a salary, that's a bonus and a long-term share scheme.
When you say those words, and you've been very honest with us, and we appreciate that, you've said it straightforwardly, and you know that there are people watching this who are struggling to pay their bills, maybe to your company, what goes on in your head?
So look, it's a huge amount of money. I am incredibly fortunate. I don't set my own pay, that's set by a remuneration committee.
Here's an example of a typical reply.
You don't turn down a high-paid job or bonus just because other people earn a lot less. If you made yourself homeless due to that reason, or other people's envy, no one would give you a helping hand. The TV presenter probably earns more than 2 doctors, which is just as shocking in comparison, but I doubt he gives half his money away.
So I don't blame Chris O'Shea for accepting the money. It's human nature to accept such an amount. He himself said it was too much, but it was set by a board. It's more the optics from a company making obscene amounts of money while some people can't afford to turn on the heating. But it's more than that. Let's take you back in time to the 1980s and this advert.
Jack, sorry mate, gotta go. These British Gas shares, it couldn't be easier to do. Oh yeah, phone his number and they send you information on how to apply. If you see Sid, tell him, won't you?
Oh, I'm glad you're here. This'll interest you. British Gas shares. They come out in November. If you see Sid, tell him.
Yes, this awful Tell Sid advert was in preparation for British Gas to be privatised. Thatcher was selling off everything that wasn't nailed down, and British Gas was one of those shiny objects, a company that used to be in the hands of the people under public ownership. Now, to add insult to injury, we have this.
Now, anyone who tells you there's an easy answer to this situation is not being straight with you. The reasons prices are rising are global. A difficult winter last year depleted global gas stores. There's been disruption to other energy sources like nuclear and wind. And we've seen higher demand for gas in Asia. All those factors are outside of the government's control. There is, in truth, nothing the British government can do about a nuclear power plant going offline in Europe, or a factory in China deciding to produce more goods. But what we can do is take the sting out of the price shock as we and the world adjust to higher energy prices.
So struggling voters are being helped with their energy bills from the public purse. That means instead of implementing a windfall tax on these companies to reduce bills, we're giving taxpayers money directly, in this example, to British Gas. So we're increasing their profits with public money, money that could go, for instance, into the NHS. Click here for a video about Brexit being dead. Well, not really dead, more the undead.